Good morning, wonderful people. Happy Saturday. Thank you for joining us for Medical Qigong practice. Henry, thank you so much for your videos at the beginning. They're absolutely gorgeous. My name is Mary Frances. I'm one of Henry Jingwali's students. Today, since it's Saturday, we have a slightly different practice. So for the first 30 minutes, we're going to review the exercises that we've been working on previously. And then for another 15 minutes at the end, if you want to stick around, we'll learn a new exercise. If you're new, please don't feel like you have to learn all of these exercises all at once. Just work through them gradually, and they'll make more and more sense and come to you easier and easier as you go along. And just quick reminder, never move into pain. Pain is not your friend in this practice. So stay within your comfort zone and modify as you see fit. So let's go ahead and start with our warm-ups. Opening up, hip width, shoulder width apart. I'm trying to mirror you. So you're opening up to the left. We're settling into the space, bringing our awareness to the bottoms of the feet, letting them melt into the earth, softening the knees, relaxing the low back, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw, allowing the tip of the tongue to touch the roof of the mouth and allowing the very top of the head to reach into the sky. We're going to breathe in and out through the nose. And we're going to start tapping with the right hand to open up the left side of the body. So we're starting about 3 to 4 finger breaths beneath the belly button in our lower daunt. That's our lower energy center. And we're going to travel up the midline of the body, starting to make that connection between the mind intent, the mind's eye, and the area that we're activating through the tapping, allowing that vibration to help open up the tissues, instigating greater blood and chi flow. We're allowing the breath to enter the body as deeply as possible without forcing the breath. And then we're wiping away anything we don't need or want, letting it go back into the earth. Switching sides. If extra little thoughts perk up, they pop up into the brain, just gently let them go. Let them know that you can think about them, work with them later. We're just giving the mind a few minutes here to rest and relax into the breath and into the exercises. And wiping out anything you don't need or want, letting it go into the earth. We're widening the stance now. I'm going to reposition myself, opening up the channels in the lower half of the body, tapping the inner thigh and then up at the hip. Continuing on. Coming down the entirety of the leg to just above the ankle or wherever it's comfortable for you, before then switching to the lateral aspect of the legs. Coming back on up towards the hips and the glutes. Once you reach the glutes, sliding that left foot a little closer to the right, maintaining hip width, shoulder width distance. And then traveling up to underneath the rib cage. Waking up those kidneys, waking up the tissues of the lower back, Placing the palms at the low back, circling down the sides and up the spine, bringing warmth to the area. Resting the palms at the low back and closing the eyes. Inhaling through the nose, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing this energy to flow to wherever it's needed within the body. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the palms at the low back, allowing it to inflate just a little bit, filling up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to flow freely to wherever it's needed within the body. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the mind to relax. Allowing the body to relax. And allowing the chi to flow freely to wherever it's needed. Gently opening the eyes, letting the arms come back down to the sides and closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. We're going to review our heart small intestine exercise from last Saturday. It's from the Basic 8 series. We're opening up, gathering in front of the lower dantian, our claws, inhaling, exhaling, in and out. About 3 more times at your own pace. Letting the breath guide the movements. One more time. Releasing the hands, closing. Moving on to our Golden Eight series, the lung and large intestine, reach for happiness. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Allowing the mind to relax into the exercise. the mind to relax into the breath. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our second exercise, also for the heart and small intestine, the Archer exercise, opening up. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Continuing on, trying to harmonize the movement and the breath. Getting ready to close. And closing. Between heaven and earth, our spleen stomach exercise, opening. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. And getting ready to close. Closing. Our San Jiao exercise. Turn and look back. Inhaling, exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our liver gallbladder exercise, twist and release. Opening. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. And out. Allowing the breath to generate and draw forth the movement. And getting ready to close. Closing. Then for health, our kidney and urinary bladder exercise, opening. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. In. Out. Inhaling back to standing, back to the start. Allowing the breath to help soften the movements. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our Ren exercise, Ren channel exercise, energy punch, opening. Inhaling. Exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. And getting ready to close. Closing. Our energy jump exercise for the do channel in 2 parts. Opening. Part 1, inhaling. Exhaling. In. Out. About 3 more times at your own pace. Transitioning to part 2, inhaling as the arms come up, exhaling as they come down. And then taking away the momentum. Closing. Keeping the feet as close together as possible so we can retain all this wonderful energy that we've been cultivating. Bringing the palms together. Our magic number is 9. Washing the face. After 9 times, wiping the brow and underneath the eye, also 9 times. Wiping up and down the entirety of the nose. And then the bottom, middle, and upper aspects of the nose, inward and outward, 9 times. Just underneath the pupil at the cheekbone, a little divot, inward and outward. Using all your fingertips to dredge the channels of the scalp. Beating the drum. Grasping the ears. Popping the cork. One fingertip on the philtrum, the other on the mandibular crease, inward and then outward. Massaging the jaw 9 times each side. Then our magic number turns into 12 times total, or 6 times each side, bringing the energy down from the head into the torso. We're brushing down the throat. And then from the throat, we're brushing down the breastbone, 12 times total, 6 times each side. Then placing our palms at the lower dantian, traveling up the right and down the left, guiding that energy into the lower dantian 9 times. Switching directions, concentrating that energy now into the lower dantian, also 9 times. Resting the palms at the lower dantian. Closing the eyes. As we inhale, we're guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing this energy to settle and store so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling, using the mind's eye, the mind intent, to gather the chi into the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up. And exhaling, allowing that chi to settle and store so that it may be utilized throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Letting the mind relax into the breath. Allowing the breath to help relax the body. And allowing the chi to settle and store. Thank you all so very, very much for practicing with us this morning. If you want, please stick around. If not, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Okay, we're going to move on to our San Jiao exercise from the basic 8. We're going to go over the mechanics first, and then we're going to go over the breath, and then we're going to have a quick little visual aid thing to help explain the San Jiao, sort of. And then we're going to go back to practicing the San Jiao exercise. So I'm trying to think. I have my camera. I did not anticipate this part. I have my camera straight up and down so you can see both the head and the arms and the everything and the feet. So we're going to try a couple of ways with it vertical, and then we might try and spin it horizontal. So first, we're going to keep our feet together. This is the San Jiao exercise from the basic 8. And we're going to inhale, our palms facing the sky, and then exhale, having them underneath the shoulders or in the armpit area, or as close as you can get to while still being comfortable for you. Remember, we don't want to stress ourselves out or stick ourselves into pain. Next, I'm going to let the breath go for a little bit so you can breathe naturally while you work on the mechanics. You're going to step out to your right, straight to the side. So you're going to step out to the right. You're stepping along the same plane, so you're not stepping forward, you're not stepping backward. You're stepping straight out to the right, and you're keeping the foot parallel. You're going to sink a little bit of weight onto that right leg, making sure that the knee is tracking over the toes. So once again, you're not allowing the knee to crash in or allowing it to crash out. It's tracking over the toes, but not past the toes. You're going to turn your head to the left, and then you're going to push out with both hands. Both hands are flat here, as if they're pushing against a wall. They're going to push out at the same time. And then you're going to rotate the wrists with the palms now facing up. And you're going to bring yourself back to the center. So even though typically we start to the left, our start now is with our gaze. You're stepping out to the right and gaze going to the left. Once again, then the palms face the sky and you pull everything back to the center. Next, we're going to step out to the left. Once again, feet are parallel on the same plane. The knee is tracking over the foot, but not past the toes. We're going to look now to the right. The palms are going to face away as if we're pushing against a wall. And then we're going to push out. And then rotate the wrists, coming back in. Okay? So let's do it with the breath. We've inhaled. We're going to exhale fully. Bend at the knees. Step out to the right. Look to the left. Position the hands and inhale as we extend the arms. Exhale as we come back. Then you're going to bend the knees. Look to the right now. Step out to the left. Inhale as we extend. Exhale as we come back to the center. Bend the knees. Look. Step. Inhale. And exhale. Bend, look, step in the opposite direction. Inhale. And exhale. One more time each side. Bend, step. I think I got that wrong the last time. You're going to step first, then look, then inhale. And exhale, coming back to the center. Bend the knees, step first, then look, inhale. And exhale, coming back to the center. And release. Okay, quick description of the San Jiao. The San Jiao is the triple burner or the triple energizer. It's been called both. I prefer San Jiao or triple burner because we don't want it to get confused with the 3 energetic areas. So when we're talking about the lower dantian, the lower energy center, that's different than what we're going to be talking about with the San Jiao and the lower burner. Now, to describe what the San Jiao does and is, Henry mentioned before that it would take him an hour or more to explain. This is absolutely true. I'm giving you very broad generalizations here. So please don't think that this is the end all of what the San Jiao is. But I have my little aid And I don't know, is that backwards? It might be backwards from what you're seeing. Regardless, it's supposed to say San Jiao. And the San Jiao is the irrigation official of who builds waterways within the body. That's one of the descriptions that we have of the San Jiao, the irrigation official who builds waterways. And it's comprised of the upper burner, which is the heart and lung. And then we have the middle burner, which is typically the spleen and stomach. Some people, yay, it's not backwards. Thank you, Thea. So we have the stomach and spleen, or spleen and stomach in the middle burner. Some books will also add in the gallbladder. And then we've got the kidney, urinary bladder, and intestines in the lower burner. Some books will also include the liver. So anatomically, the liver is actually more in the middle burner, but some sources will say for this particular grouping of the upper, middle, and lower burners, we'll have the liver in the lower burner. One of the things that the San Jiao is in charge of, as we mentioned, the irrigation official who builds waterways, it helps with that water metabolism within the body. So we say that the drainage ditch is in the lower burner. That's where we're excreting things and separating the clear, which is going to go up, and the impure, which is going to go down and hopefully out. And then we have the middle burner, which they talk about as a maceration chamber or the froth of bubbles. And that's where things are being, we get that good gu qi, the food qi that's being turned into the nutritive qi for the body to use. And then we've got the upper burner, which is known as a mist or a fog. And that's the light elements of the water metabolism. And so we want a harmony between these three chambers. And that's part of what the San Jiao does. The San Jiao also is in charge of taking this Yuan Qi, the original Qi. There's so many types of Qi. The Yuan Qi, the original Qi, and helping it disperse through the body and through these three burners so that all the organ systems can properly function. They need some type of force, some type of warming force to help them do what they need to do and to function the way that they are supposed to function. The middle burner, the spleen and stomach, for transforming that food into energy we can use, and the heart and the lung, the gathering qi in the chest to help promote the breath and the blood and all of this wonderful stuff. So when Henry talks about the generating cycles and the controlling cycles and how all of the organ systems all move to work together to help create functioning of the body and healthy functioning of the body, part of that is also the San Jiao, and that is a very, very quick explanation. So let's get back to the actual exercise. We're going to settle into this space. We're going to inhale, having the arms come up, the palms facing the sky. Exhale completely. Sinking at the knees, stepping out to the right, turning the head to the left. Inhale as we expand, gazing at the tip of the middle finger. Exhaling, repositioning, coming back to the center. Bending at the knees. Stepping out now to the left. Turning the head to the right. Extending as we inhale, gazing at the tip of the middle finger. Exhaling as we come back. Sinking at the knees, stepping out. Turning the head, inhaling, exhaling, sink, step out, turn, Inhaling, exhaling, sink, step, turn, inhaling, and exhaling. And close. Bringing the palms to the lower dantian, we're going to do a simple closing. Closing the eyes. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to that lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to settle and store. Inhaling, using the breath and the mind intent to guide the breath into the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. And exhaling, letting that energy settle and store so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Thank you, Qigong family. Henry, please hop on and tell me if I messed up or did something weird or something like that.
You didn't do anything weird? Hi, everybody. So thank you for joining us. We're going to keep it quick. Tomorrow is Social Sunday, so we hope to see you to hang out. We're going to talk more about 5 elements and the face. And hang out, of course. We've been working a little bit, as you notice, on a new series, which is the Basic 8. So we've learned 2 exercises from that, the heart and small intestine exercise and now the San Jiao exercise. So we're going to add a bit more variation in our practice in the coming weeks. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Mary Frances. That was a wonderful illustration. Oh my goodness. Can I get a poster of that? All right. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.